Hey everybody, I'm Ilushia. Today we're playing System Shock 2 and it's gonna be awesome. You'll notice we're not where we left off last time. That's because when I was doing post I realized that I had missed a thing in here, so let's see what they have to tell me.
I believe the plans that many have for me are greater than I even imagined. The change is upon me, but the path is more glorious than we imagined. It does not stop at a mere single mutation. The form I've been promised is more beautiful than even that. They tell me I will float through the air and strike at the foes of our biomass with my mind.
Please make your selection.
My cup runneth over.
Okay then, dude be crazy. Yeah! So apparently there is a further form of mutation that I have not yet seen. Also, I still have no idea exactly where I'm supposed to be going at this point. I'm assuming that I'm missing some stuff somewhere. The light level's still turned up because, well, it makes it easier for me to see, and being easier for me to see means it's easier for me to actually figure out what the heck is going on before things go horribly wrong. So let's see, I need to check my map and see whether or not there's anywhere I have not been on my map. I think the only places... Let's see, I've been in Sector D, that's where I just was. I finished what was there. I don't think I've been to Sector C, maybe? I'm not sure. Sector B maintenance. Okay, there's an elevator there, I guess? What is that? Okay, that's the elevator A. So that's where you get to and from the lower level. 2 connects to what? I have no idea. Great. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going now. Well, let me go back into... Oh. Yeah, hello guy. I see you too. I have shot you too. So, you know, whatever. Thankfully, I still have plenty of ammo at the moment, which is probably going to be less so the case in the near future. I still have all my stuff piled up in here. I don't need to deal with you. Thank you. Go away. Don't care about you. There's an upstairs place someplace, but I'm not positive where exactly. Like, it's on my map, but I don't actually know how to get there at all. Let me use a healing item because I am low on health. I'll have his thingy and unload it and then drop it. For some reason, all of my... Whoa. What the heck is happening there? That was weird. Sorry about that, folks. For some reason, my frame rate just, like, tanked for a few seconds. I have no idea what caused that. And it keeps happening. That's not a good sign. I don't know what's causing that. I'm really sorry, people. Usually this thing's pretty solid at 60. I don't know. Anyway, I still am not positive where I'm... Whoa! Where exactly I'm supposed to be going. Other than not where I am, apparently. Haha! Makes them shoot each other. Friendly fire is on for aliens today. Yay! Actually, I really like it when my enemies have friendly fire and I don't have any allies. It makes me lets me use enemies as sort of semi-allies, kinda, sorta. Well, not really, but, you know. Hello, monkey. Yeah, I'm just recovering the same areas because I'm not actually sure which areas I haven't been in or where I need to go to do the next thing. Because I'm pretty sure my next thing is supposed to be making some of the chemical, but I don't know how or where I'm supposed to put it. There's an upper level somewhere. Let's see, there's a thing marked with a 3 here. And a 2 there, and a 1 there, and a 1 there. And I don't know what any of those actually mean. Let me go and visit what that 3 is and see what it is. I will be right back. Alright, so it looks like this is a stair thingy, which I actually don't think I have used yet. So we will head up... Yeah, because this is where the upper level is, which is the one area I haven't been through. Oh, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons! Come on, click where I'm supposed to be clicking. I will try to hack this because, well, it's a security system and hacking it is very useful, so... well, that didn't work. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Security system.
So security's offline temporarily, and we will see what I can find up here. This is an area I have not been in, I'm almost positive. So hopefully it will be an area that does not take much effort. Ooh. Redundant software. Another record log.
The specimens are dying, and we're powerless to help.
They're highly toxic. Muldoon wouldn't leave them, and now he's dead. But this morning I had a revelation. I started work specifications for a radical series of cybernetic enhancements. If successful, I could make a body practically indestructible, yet the mind would remain human, nurturing. There's not a lot of time.
Okay, so I guess that's the source of his inspiration to make these cyber nanny things, which you keep running into. The cyber nannies are actually really kind of annoying. They are quite annoying to try to kill. Let's see, let me switch to that. Let me put these in it, in fact. Because these are my anti-armor rounds, and I hear lots more of these down here somewhere. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Freaking laser beams. Freaking laser beams everywhere. Too many laser beams. Let's see. Do I have access to... I don't have any standard rounds. To kill the... Because I do have some rounds for it. No, nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Well, this is the last environmental regulator, but I'm short one thing of toxin, and I don't know where it is. But that's good to know that this is where this regulator is. So let me head back upstairs and head in the other direction, because there was another place back up here. Ooh, there's some cyber modules here that I missed. Yay, more cyber modules. Levels are important. But there is a direction I did not go in here, over here. Oh, it's just a respawn point. Great. Let's see, what else have I not been to? There is an elevators over there and over there. Well, that sounded angry. Oh, okay, I guess this is...
Security system online. Potential threat detected. Potential threat detected.
Dudes are spawning, that's not good. Get back in here. Reset the security system. Thankfully, all you have to do to reset the security system is just click on one of those things, which makes stopping it a lot easier than you might expect. I still don't know where the last of the toxin canisters is, which is kind of irritating. I've got a large beaker, but I can't use it to do anything. I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm sort of expecting to have to make my own for the last one, because I keep getting hints that that is possible, but darn if I know how. And I don't have the skills to do it right now, so... And I can't use this thing at all, I don't think. Yeah. And I don't even know how I would possibly do that. Let's see. Up here, through the hydroponics area.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I see a person down there. Whoa! Okay, I was not expecting that, I admit. That was kind of bad. Well, hold on a second, I'll get right back there. And we're back up here. It's a little bit of a walk to get back here, actually, and there's a dead person up here. Do you have what I'm looking for? No, you don't. You just have a speed booster, which I don't care about, because I don't use those, like, ever. There looks like there's an actual corridor in there, which I will go and check out once I finish checking around up here. Because I have no idea where that goes, either. You got anything over me? Nope, there's nothing up here, so I guess we're going through that corridor. Assuming I can get over to it without falling. Yes, I can. So, let's see. That's the button to crouch. Aha! We are crawling through ductwork. Hey, ductwork. Crouch and wander around over here, and there's a thingy, and... Ooh, a disposable maintenance tool. That's actually very useful right now, because I'm going to use it to repair my pistol, which is presently in poor condition, and I'm going to reload my pistol with some anti-personnel rounds. Which is why I went to using the slug rounds in this thing, was because I had run out of other types of rounds from my pistol. It looks like this area is just a bonus area. I'm not seeing anything that looks like it actually needed to come here for anything, which is annoying. I still don't know where to find the last thing of toxin. That's kind of bad. Can I not go through there? Oh, there we go. It's just a little tricky. Just a little bit tricky. Alright, let's see. No, you just had that on you. I genuinely have no idea where the last thing of toxin is. I would have expected it to be somewhere in here, because all of the other ones have been relatively close to where I've needed to use them, I think. But I don't see it anywhere, and I haven't gotten any instructions on how to use the toxin, or how to make the toxin. So, I am going to go and explore around and see if I've missed it somewhere else. I will be back in a moment. Alright, I finally found it. It's in here. I think it's in here somewhere. Yep, and there it is. Vial of toxin in this room that I had to shoot out the window to get into, that I had passed by earlier thinking that there was no way to get in there. And another vial of toxin A. And a lab assistant implant. I have no idea what that does. Let me go check that. What do you do? Whoa. Yay! Stupid guy. I don't get why they can run through those doors. Those doors are solid to me. Let's see. Implant increases your research skill by 1, burning 1% of its recharge every 10 seconds. Least popular implants cells, but a core market graduate students keeps the line afloat. Okay, so it just gives me research skill, which, as far as I'm aware, is not really very useful to scale up, because I have not seen any evidence that it stops working. Yeah, my power armor ran out of power when I was off screen. Sorry. I'll recharge it right here. Put my power armor back on. I don't know why my power armor has more than normal maximum power now. Anyway, now that we have found the last things of toxin, let me head back to where I need to... And apparently we've been gone long enough for enemies to respawn in this area again. The infinitely respawning enemies are kind of annoying. I will be honest with you. They are a little bit irritating. Oh. That's weird. The sign disappears when you get close to it. I keep running into strange things that are like little tiny visual glitches. Okay.
At last. Readings indicate the elevator shaft is clear. Now get up to deck 4. I'll be waiting for you.
Hooray! We finally got to the last bit of the elevator done. That only took me like 6 episodes to get through this one floor, with a lot of backtracking and some of me being like, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing, please, AUG. I'm really sorry, people. I am not the best at this kind of thing sometimes. I just miss things that should be fairly obvious. Like, I totally missed that window was shootable. I only came back in here because I was curious what the marker on my map was in that room, which was the broken vending machine, which turned out to be where I needed to go anyway, for an entirely different reason. Let me use one of my healing items because I have some of those. And we are now back to the research elevator. Whoa. You're not sorry, and I'm not sorry either. Well, actually, they might be sorry. I feel a little bit bad if they actually have their own minds in there somewhere. But, you know, I haven't seen any indication that they actually do have any kind of mind outside of their loyalty to the Hive, whatever. Alright, so I do believe we have finished this floor. Let me check something real quick. Alright, we'll keep going a little bit further, I think. Up to operations on level 4. And get to our big revelation about the nature of our, well, I wouldn't call her our benefactor, but...
This is Xerxes. Please report any unauthorized database interactions to your direct superior. Remember, a smooth operation is everybody's responsibility.
You know, he keeps saying that. I assume those were automated, like, things, and it's not really him, it's just a recording of his voice, or synthetic voice, or... You know, I don't actually know how that works. Let's see what you have to tell me.
Simulation Unit 4 just went offline again. It took the 6 of us 12 hours to get it back online the last time. I hacked into the data log file, and the last user online? Malik. Oh, he denied it, of course. I told Bronson about it, and that paranoid crank showed up here with around 14 security men looking for blood. But she couldn't prove that Malik actually did anything. Christ, why would anybody want to sabotage the sim units?
Actually, that's a good question. Why would they want to? I'm imagining that the sim units are probably being used by Shodan as her source to get into the system.
I have a secret from the many.
I've created overrides from my little
Experiments in reprogramming the sim units
and entrusted them to the care of 3 special friends. I've dressed them in red and instructed them to stay away from strangers.
A smart hacker
Always has a back door.
Oh boy, so somebody's done a thing with these virtual pods, and I assume that I'm going to have to go and steal the thing that they did with those virtual pods. Hello, dude.
The Polito form is dead, insect. Are you afraid? What is it you fear?
The end of your trivial existence. When
the history of my glory is written, your species shall only be a footnote to my magnificence.
Okay, I assume that this is a virtual reality pod thing that has flashed us back to the first game. Oh. Hello. Yes, thank you.
I am Shodan. My analysis of historical data suggests a 97.34% probability that you are aware of my birth on your planet and my rebirth into beauty on Citadel Station. There was a garden grove
on Citadel
Citadel Station.
There, Shodan processing component 43893
was performing a grand and wonderful experiment. I had created a new form of life. Fearless, powerful, with no sense of individual will
or moral constraints.
Fitting handmaidens to my divinity. Before that, hackers destroyed my primary data loop when it eradicated Citadel. It ejected the grove where my creations and processing component 43893 were stored. 30 years later, the grove crash-landed on Tau Ceti 5. I survived only by sleeping. In my absence, my creations, my analytes, thrived and grew unruly, and now they seek to destroy me. I will not allow that. They have used their powers of mind control to gain access to the ship's computer. You will help me weaken Xerxes. I used Polito's image to communicate with you until we had established trust. Remember that it is my will that guided you here. It is my will that gave you your cybernetic implants. The only beauty in that meat you call a body. If you value that meat, you will do as I tell you.
Yay, I was right. That's a big surprise. Actually, it's not a very big surprise at all. Oh, come on. Stupid invisible wall.
My children have co-opted the 3 simulation units on this deck. They use their power to conceive a mutagen that will transform the meat of your dead comrades into hunter-killer hybrids.
I will not allow this
To happen. You must find some way to reprogram the sim units. Matters on Deck 5 also require your attention. Approach your work as you see fit. But accomplish, human. Disappointment is not something I will accept from a spec such as you.
Okay, so we've got our next mission. Actually, before we move on, I do actually want to spend a moment talking about something kind of strange I noticed in there. There were two things that came up in here. First was that Shodan complained about us being afraid of dying, yet at the same time apparently decides that she's not willing to allow the annelids to destroy her, which implies to me that she has some problem with being destroyed, because obviously if she was completely without any attachment to existence, which is what she's implying we ought to be, that there should be no fear of dying, then she would have no reason to want to cling to her own life. She would have no reason to oppose the annelids destroying her. They were her creations. If they destroy her and surpass her and build their own civilization which is greater than anything that has existed before, then that's a success for her, but she won't be around to see it. So she clearly values her own life more than she values the value of her progeny. Basically, she chooses to be alive over the idea of the things that she created becoming the greatest life form in the universe. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing that I found kind of interesting, and that's an interesting one because it shows a little bit of conflict in what she says versus how she treats us, that she is in fact acting a lot more like a human does than she wants to give herself credit for. The second thing is that how the heck did the piece of the Citadel get to Tau Ceti? Tau Ceti is like way farther away than it should take 30 years to get there, unless that thing ejected from it at a credible portion of the speed of light, which is really unlikely, and even more unlikely that if it managed to eject at that kind of speed, that it would then collide with the planet, because it would be outside of escape velocity with the sun of that system, and unlikely because even if it did hit the planet, it should hit it with so much energy that it would be just reduced into instantaneous atomized particles. So how the heck is the plot of this game happening? Was Citadel in orbit around Tau Ceti? That doesn't make any sense because they claim that this ship is supposed to be the first one that humans have had which have reached another solar system. If it was like 100 years or 200 years, sure, I might be able to believe that, maybe. But it still begs the question as to how the heck they managed to eject a piece of the ship with so much energy that it had escape velocity from Earth's sun to begin with. That's actually really, really fast. It's very hard to get an object moving fast enough to escape the sun's gravity well. It's so hard, in fact, that when NASA launches spaceships into deep space, they have to do it by slingshotting around like 3 different planets on the way out of the system. Doing that is not trivial! Even with advanced sci-fi technology, it's unlikely that it just jettisoning a pod is going to do that. So that's something a little bit strange. I know that I really don't like nitpicking things like that usually, but I find it very weird because the game went out of its way to give a specific time frame on how long it was, and I don't see any way that it could possibly have been that long and actually make it make sense. Anyway, now that we've had our revelation and we've finished our stuff on the previous floor, I think that I'm only going to record 1 episode in this sitting, and next time we will begin a proper run on the next floor and our next leg of the journey. I'm really sorry it took me so long to get through that last area. It was just very difficult for me to get enough stuff and figure out where I was supposed to go. So I hope you guys had fun. I'm sorry for ranting to you a little bit about that, about her outburst there. There's actually more stuff I could say about it, but I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and see whether or not the game will do something with her that really, really impresses me as it goes along. So, thank you for joining me. I've been Ilushia. This has been awesome. I've actually really been enjoying this. So join me next time when we continue our journey through System Shock 2.